This episode of Movie Night is brought to you by Netflix. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at netflix.com/jogwheel.
I've gotten all these things for her. I've gotten all these things for her. Now she just wants to run away. She wants to leave that.
Jay, you can't repeat the past.
Can't repeat the past.
No, did I stutter? No, you can't repeat the past. You want to end up on Titanic again and die? I didn't think so. This is Movie Night. Hello and welcome to Movie Night, YouTube's most viewed movie review show. I'm your host, Jonathan Paula. Tonight we'll be taking a look at two brand new films currently playing in theaters. The first of which is Iron Man 3. Released worldwide in late April of 2013, this $200 million superhero adventure film from director Shane Black is well on its way to becoming the 16th movie to break the $1 billion mark. This picture marks the fourth time Robert Downey Jr. has played the title character, a charming billionaire playboy mechanic who vows revenge on an evil terrorist mastermind after his friend is hospitalized in a gruesome bombing attack right outside the front door of this very theater. In the role that ostensibly resurrected his troubled career, RDJ is entertaining and arrogant as ever, narrating early, "You know who I am." An analogy for the film's biggest flaw, as a standalone film, that quote embodies that not much is done to establish these characters or their universe. But if you're familiar with earlier installments, this 130-minute action spectacle is a real treat. Downey still has nightmare flashes of his actions in The Avengers, which are incorporated effectively into the rudimentary plot, that once again sees our hero stripped away of his suit and powers, forced to MacGyver one home-brewed solution after another. A force to be reckoned with, Gwyneth Paltrow truly comes into her own as the sexy and formidable girlfriend, and her chemistry with Robert is undeniable in their fourth outing together. Guy Pearce and Ben Kingsley play the bad guys, and both effortlessly slip into their bizarre and eccentric characters. Even the minor supporting roles like Maya Hansen, Jon Favreau, James Badge Dale, Don Cheadle, or child actor Ty Simpkins do a fine job with the fun and quirky material. Unfortunately, the talented William Sadler is extremely underutilized and wasted as the president, reduced to nothing more than a MacGuffin for the protagonist to rescue. Combining uber-cool glimpses of near-future technology with a wicked smart sense of humor, this feature takes a bit of time to get going, but the chaotic finale with dozens of disposable henchmen is completely delightful. Meaninglessly set around Christmas time, this PG-13 rated picture showcases Iron Man at his angriest, but also at his most vulnerable, forced to stave off attacks from the Mandarin, his toughest adversary yet, especially when the unstoppable villain literally walks through fire, a la T-1000. Fans of the source material mayn't be pleased with the inventive and original take on Iron Man's iconic foe, but casual viewers such as myself will likely enjoy the twists and turns this film takes. The patriotic score from Brian Tyler mixes drums, trumpets, and strings to create a sense of importance and urgency to the film's larger set pieces, all of which are accomplished with intricately detailed and realistic visual effects.
How many in the air?
13, sir.
How many can I carry?
4, sir.
Slow down, slow down. Relax. What's your name? Heather?
The Marvel-Disney pairing should be applauded for consistently threading together another fine picture within Stan Lee's creative comic book adapted universe, even if it isn't always believable. A lighthearted, rewatchable, and enjoyable ride for all fans of the series, Iron Man 3 has simplified thrills with hectic effects. Now for some of your reviews from the YouTube comments. Here's Iron Man 3 on the Ratomatic, an 8 and an 8. Fans of the comic didn't appreciate the treatment of the primary villain, but applauded the acting and visuals, scoring this film a great. On par with the trilogy's inaugural effort, this was a competently made and entertaining movie with many laughs, but it ultimately wasn't as strong as I thought it could have been. I'll give it a great as well. For tonight's poll question, which Marvel superhero is your favorite? Leave your response as a comment below. Next up tonight, my review of The Great Gatsby. The newest in a long line of adaptations of the quintessential American novel by F. Scott Fitzgerald, this $100 million Baz Luhrmann production was released nationwide on May 10, 2013, to incredibly mixed reviews and a modest opening day. Staying remarkably faithful to the 88-year-old book, this picture is set in the summer of 1922, exploring themes of decadence, hope, friendship, and betrayal, creating a lush and vibrant representation of the Roaring '20s in the process. Impeccably well cast, the supremely talented Leonardo DiCaprio stars as the title character, exuding everything from confidence to nervousness in a complicated role. An enigmatic creature who throws the most insane and lavish parties once a week at his Long Island mansion.
I remembered you lived next door.
It's like an amusement park.
Shall we?
Did you get an invitation?
People aren't invited to Gatsby's.
Well, I was. Seems I'm the only one. Who is this Gatsby?
He was a German spy during the war.
Teddy Barton, Nick Carraway.
A German spy?
No. He's the Kaiser's assassin.
I heard he killed a man once.
It's true. Kills for fun, free of charge. He's certainly richer than God.
You don't really believe he killed a man, do you?
Well, let's go find him and you can ask him yourself.
Told through the narration and perspective of Tobey Maguire's character, a young bondsman author who finds himself living next door to Gatsby, who warns him, "You can't repeat the past." As the coy, foolish, and playful love interest, Carey Mulligan is positively stunning in the period-accurate flapper dresses and gowns, enriching many scenes with only a smile or a glance, particularly when DiCaprio playfully showers her with clothing as the two rekindle their lost love. Her chemistry with Leo is wonderful, even if their actual relationship is unfortunately underdeveloped. Joel Edgerton, Isla Fisher, Jason Clarke, and especially newcomer Elizabeth Debicki are all great in their supporting roles. Presented with Luhrmann's trademark colorful style, mixing chroma key effects, shallow depth of field, sweeping establishing shots that seamlessly transition into close-ups, on-screen text, and an unconventional editing style, all mesh into a kind of electric ferocity that's hard to ignore. Filmed and screened in 3D, the added dimension looks as great as any 3D movie I've ever seen, but it also feels unnecessary, adding little to the already impressive visuals. The lyrical and inventive delivery is supported by an overtly anachronistic but effectively appropriate soundtrack, featuring music from Jay-Z, Florence and the Machine, Andre 3000, and an original score by Craig Armstrong. At 143 minutes, this picture takes nearly a full hour to truly get interesting, and when it does, there's rarely any actual suspense or conflict until the final few scenes. Honestly, this is a tightly crafted and fascinating PG-13 film that stays faithful to the iconic novel. Inherently, the only issues I have are with the story itself, which feels sort of rushed and unresolved towards the end. If you enjoy Fitzgerald's novel, lavish period dramas, or any of Luhrmann's other films, you'll likely feel right at home, and enjoy this picture as much as I have, even though I probably won't watch it again anytime soon. The Great Gatsby, intriguing retelling with captivating style. Now let's hear some of your thoughts about this movie. The Rate-O-Matic for The Great Gatsby, a 7 and an 8. Mixed reactions on this one, some thought it was beautiful while others called it distracting. The limited number of ratings averaged to a cool. This is a fun, interesting, and entertaining version of that classic book I was forced to read in high school. And despite some flaws, I definitely enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Now let's take a look at what's currently playing in theaters with some of your tweet critiques. If you see a new movie in theaters, tweet your review with the JPMN hashtag to have it featured on the show. Next week, to celebrate the 100th episode of Movie Night, I'll be reviewing and insulting 5 of the worst films ever made, because for some reason I enjoy punishing myself. 2010's Birdemic, Shock and Terror. Disaster Movie, a parody picture from 2008. From Justin to Kelly, the ill-advised American Idol spin-off from 2003. Manos, The Hands of Fate, a poorly made horror picture from 1966. And 2004's Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2. Now, normally I'd advise against watching these types of films, but I need some friends to suffer with this week, so if you see these films, share your opinions, either by voting in the polls below or by leaving a comment review. And please subscribe to the Movie Night Archive channel for my exclusive trailer commentaries and an organized library of all our past reviews. Once again, my name is Jonathan Paula. Thank you for watching Movie Night. I hope to see you right back here next weekend.